You hear it before you see it. That deep, bass-heavy rumble, rolling in like distant thunder. Your pulse syncs with it. Your mind stops wandering. Something's coming, and it's not here to politely ask for your attention, it's here to take it. That is the Jawa 42 Bobber. This isn't just a motorcycle. This is a rebellion on two wheels, sculpted in metal, dripping in attitude. One glance, and you know, it's not trying to be like anything else. A single-seat stance that screams confidence, a silhouette that looks like it was drawn with a blade instead of a pen, and a road presence that forces every other vehicle to move over, not because they have to, but because they want to get out of its way. It stands there, low-slung, muscular, with that signature floating seat and chopped fenders, as if the design brief was, build a bike that makes the rider look like the hero of their own movie. And they delivered. Oh, they delivered. This is not your everyday commuter. This is a statement, a conversation starter, and sometimes, a conversation ender. Because when the Jawa 42 Bobber rolls in, there's nothing left to say. Slide onto the saddle, and you instantly realize, you're not just sitting on it, you're wearing it. The handlebars curve towards you like they already know your posture, the footpegs perfectly positioned for that commanding riding stance. It's aggressive, but comfortable. Like a predator at rest. You're not hunched, you're not stretched, you're ready. Fire it up, and the 334cc liquid-cooled single roars awake. 29.5 horses waiting to be unleashed. Torque-rich, responsive, eager, this isn't a bike that needs to be begged to move. Twist the throttle, and the power hits you instantly. No lag, no hesitation, just raw, unfiltered acceleration that makes the horizon feel like it's rushing to greet you. And here's the thing, Jawa didn't just build it for the straight-line speed demons. No, they tuned this beauty for balance. The low center of gravity, the chunky tires, the finely calibrated suspension, it all comes together so you can carve corners like a hot knife through butter. The 42 Bobber doesn't just take you from point A to point B. It makes the road in between feel like the main event. But this bike, it hides secrets. Oh yes, it's got more than what meets the eye. Adjustable seat height, yes, not just for show. This lets you tailor your ride to your exact comfort level, making long hours on the road feel like minutes. That digital analog instrument cluster. Minimalist at first glance, but it gives you everything you need without crowding your vision. The USB charging port, tucked away so neatly, you almost don't notice it, because modern riders need power for more than just the engine. And here's one the casual observer won't notice. The riding ergonomics have been fine-tuned with weight distribution in mind, so even in stop-and-go traffic, it never feels like a chore. And then, there's the design detailing. Chrome in all the right places, but never overdone. Matte and gloss finishes blended like an artist mixing shades on a canvas. The tank, broad, muscular, with that Jawa badging that carries decades of legacy. The side panels, sleek, minimal, like they've been shaved down to the bare essence of cool. And the exhaust, my God, the exhaust. It doesn't just make sound, it makes music. A bass note that turns heads, a growl that makes every throttle blip feel like punctuation. Now, let's talk about the part that will shock you, because a bike that looks and feels like this, you'd expect to carry a price tag that makes your wallet cry. But Jawa's playing a different game. They're bringing the 42 Bobber in at a price point that makes it not just desirable, but dangerously tempting. It's a premium experience without the premium tax, making you wonder if they made a mistake on the numbers. But no, it's deliberate. Because the 42 Bobber isn't just meant for collectors and showroom posers. It's built for riders, real riders, riders who want to live the dream without selling their soul. And here's where the magic is, it's not just a weekend bike. Sure, it's perfect for those Sunday open road escapes, when the world blurs past you in a mix of wind and adrenaline. But it's also civil enough to be your daily ride. City traffic. It slips through with the confidence of a predator moving through tall grass. Open highway. It stretches its legs and becomes a mile-eating machine. Every time you park it, you notice the looks. The double takes. People walking over, asking what it is, how it rides, how much it costs. They expect a story, and with the 42 Bobber, you always have one. You tell them about the heritage, the Jawa name that's been turning heads since the mid-20th century. You tell them about the way it feels like a modern classic, blending retro soul with today's tech. You tell them about how every ride feels like a scene from a film you don't want to end. And you tell them about the way it makes you feel like yourself, but bigger, louder, bolder. Because that's the thing. A bike like this changes you. You don't just own it, it owns a part of you. It redefines your mornings, because suddenly, you're looking for excuses to take the long way. It changes your evenings, because a quick spin somehow becomes 2 hours. It changes how you see the road, not as something to get over with, but something to savor. This isn't a motorcycle for everyone. And that's exactly why you want it. If you're looking for something safe, something invisible, something forgettable, look elsewhere. The Jawa 42 Bobber demands that you be seen. It demands that you ride like you mean it. It demands that you remember that life isn't about counting days, it's about making days count.